In Agile methodologies, knowledge sharing occurs largely when individuals interact with each other face-to-face. Agile methodologies also promote knowledge sharing as an essential part of the project's success. Successful knowledge sharing depends on successful communication, particularly the free flow of information. There are several tools to encourage the free flow of information. The first is flowcharts. Flowcharts are typically used to describe the detailed logic of a business process or a business rule. The best way to utilize flowcharts is to keep things simple. Work together with your stakeholders to sketch the flow of the business process on a whiteboard and discuss it. If you like, you can then take a digital photo and save it so that you can refer to it later. The value often isn't in the model itself specifically, but instead in the whole act of modeling, because it helps you think things through. User story cards are another effective communication tool. User stories are typically done on index cards and are used to explore how people will use the system. They are used at various times throughout the project phases. They are typically prioritized on a scale of 1 to 10, and then they are moved around the stack to demonstrate the priority level. The card also shows a unique ID. This is for traceability between the user story and other artifacts later on. Burn-down charts show project status at a glance. Time is shown on a horizontal axis, and the number of features still yet to be completed are displayed along the vertical axis. The actual chart again should be placed in a location where everyone on the team, internal and external stakeholders, are able to visually see where the project is and what is yet to be completed. A task board can be used to visually represent all the work that is being done by the team, so they are more complex and versatile. A physical task board is really a living entity that has to be manually maintained. Otherwise, it doesn't serve the purpose of being useful. Planning boards, as the name would suggest, make it exceptionally simple to see what is going on in a project through a quick glance. And finally, storyboards. They are similar to just a scenario. They illustrate the interaction required to achieve a goal. But instead of using a list of steps, a storyboard actually visualizes the interaction. A storyboard can help a developer quickly get a sense of what work still needs to be completed. Geographically dispersed teams require additional communication tools. When Agile team members are geographically separated, the need for documentation may be greater than ever. Keep in mind, though, that documentation should be used sparingly as it can sometimes complicate the communication. Documentation information is often misunderstood because understanding often depends on a combination of content and context, and text alone is sometimes a poor conveyor of context. Finally, when working with dispersed teams, you may need to bring in social media tools or other online tools that will make it much more efficient and useful for the teams to collaborate and work together. The whole point is to ensure that there is open and free-flowing information. In summary, there are several communication tools you can use for information flow in your Agile team, including flowcharts, user story cards, burn-down charts, task boards, planning boards, storyboards, written documentation when necessary, and social media and online collaboration tools.